Yeah, I hope my screen is visible, right? Yes, great. So today, uh, this session, this 40 minutes of session, I'll be telling you what is React Native, what is difference between React and React Native, and how to learn React Native. How much time will it take to learn React Native? What are the steps we have to learn to become a React Native developer? Okay, React Native. Simple. What, why, when? When we have to use React Native and why we have to use React Native. In market, we also have many other libraries like Flutter and everything. But what is so special about React Native? And what is React Native before we get into the thing? So before I start this demo, I just need a couple of things. Have you guys have any previous knowledge on web development or any programming language? Hmm? Yes, yes, sir. Okay. I want everyone to answer. Great. See, normally in web development, we create websites, right? And what is a website? Combination of web pages is called a website. Yes or no? Combination of web pages is called a website. What is a web page? A web page అంటే ఏంటి? సింపుల్గా చెప్పాలంటే వెబ్ పేజ్ అంటే ఇట్స్ ఏ HTML hypertext markup language. Okay. What is hypertext? Normally, if you observe also, everybody teaches you HTML is a hypertext markup language. HTML is used for structuring your website or structuring your web page. CSS is for styling, but nobody tells you what is hypertext. The term hypertext is a very important term in HTML expansion. So, what is hypertext? Hypertext is nothing but text which refers to another text. Text which refers to another text. It is called hypertext. For example, I'll just give you an overview. In HTML, we'll be having h1 tag, which is referring to heading. We'll have p tag, which is referring to paragraph. And we have img tag, which is referring to image. So this is called hypertext because it is referring to another text. Because h1 is referring to heading. H1 has many meaning. H has many meaning. H has horse, H has height, H has many meanings in English terms. But H1 is referring to heading. That is why H1 is called hypertext. And we are using H1 tag, P tag, image tag, and many other similar tags like div, container, section. All these tags are called hypertext. That is why it is called hypertext markup language. Okay, this is fine. This is the case of creating a web page. But the point is here. The point is here. What is React Native? React Native is a library, I can say, or framework. React Native is a library for creating mobile applications using JavaScript and React. So, what is React and React Native? You can say React Native is a framework, or you can say library. I'll tell you what is library also. Library useful to create mobile applications using JavaScript and React. Multi-reactive syntax. So what is React and React Native? What is the difference? See, simple thing. I'll tell you simple, very simple difference. React is for web applications, like creating web pages. React Native is for mobile applications, like creating mobile apps for both Android and iOS. Okay? Android and iOS. So normally React, it's a library which is useful for, it's a JavaScript library actually. So JavaScript library and what is the term JavaScript library means? Okay. So normally in English language, library means a place where you find all pre-written books, all pre-written stories, all pre-written novels, all pre-written biopics. Everything already has been written by someone, and you just go there and read or learn. Right. So that is the library where you find knowledge, where you find all pre-written things. In library, you won't go and write a new book, right? So library is a place where you find books or knowledge where other people have written, right? So in the same way, React is also a library in which you can find predefined classes, functions, and predefined code. Okay, predefined JavaScript code. So JavaScript is a programming language. It's a programming language, and we can also call it as a scripting language. Okay, so JavaScript is a language, programming language. No, so normally, what is a program? Simple. In interview, they will be asking very basic foundation questions actually. So they'll test your foundation actually. So what is a program? Program is nothing but set of instructions. Set of instructions is called a program. Set of instructions. What is the instruction? A command. For example, if you want your computer to open your files, you will be writing set of instructions. Go to files, click on C drive, click on this file. So these are called the instructions. In the same way, we write instructions to develop a program. And what is a software? Combination of programs is called software, right? So this is the thing. Combination of programs is called a software. Just give me a second. Just a second. Yes. So JavaScript is a programming language and a scripting language. Okay. So React is a library or framework which is created using JavaScript. React is developed using JavaScript. Normally, the code, whatever you see on the React, is written using JavaScript. And library, in the sense, React library means some developers, Facebook developers, have created some predefined classes and functions where we can use them to write code easy and to develop the things easy. Simple. There are some predefined classes and functions. There are some predefined classes and functions in which React developers have created. So React developers have created some predefined functions and classes. We are using them. Okay, great. So till here, have you guys clear? Is it clear? What is a library? What is JavaScript? Any doubts till here? Till here, have you guys have any doubts? Yes or no? You can respond over chat if you're not comfortable switching on the mic. No doubts. Great. Abdul, Abdul and Subha? Okay. I guess there are no doubts. I'm moving forward. Okay. So JavaScript is a programming language, as I've told you. That is what is used to create the React library. So we'll come to the React Native details more. Okay, React Native details. Difference between React and React Native. So this would be the question, right? And also, what are the steps we have to follow or roadmap to learn React Native? So to learn React Native, first thing to learn React Native, you have to know JavaScript. JavaScript is main thing. You doesn't have to know HTML and CSS. You doesn't have to know HTML and CSS, but JavaScript is main thing. JavaScript is very important thing. Because obviously the code which you take as a helpful library, React Native, is written in JavaScript. So JavaScript is very important. You have to learn JavaScript and we have to learn React concepts. Obviously, React concepts in mobile application. We have to learn React concepts in mobile applications. Okay, so difference between React and normal React Native. Okay, so normally in web development, we'll be having you know components, web components. We'll be having web components like DOM, document object model, and also we'll be having some tags like H1 tag, P tag, IMG tag. So these are the components and tags which we use for creating a website or web page, right? In the same way, for creating a mobile applications, we will be having native components. Native components for both Android and iOS. iOS is a separate operating system and Android is a separating operating system. For both of these operating systems, React Native will provide some components similar to H1 and H2 or image and P tag. Whatever we have these tags in web development, we will be having similar native components for mobile applications for Android and for iOS. Okay, we'll be having different types of native components. Yes, Siddhartha, do you have any doubt? Okay, so React Native uses mobile specific components such as view, text, image, scroll view. I'll tell you. So this is the, let's assume this is the mobile. Okay. So in mobile applications, we'll be having native components such as view. Okay, which is similar to div in web development. Div tag in HTML. Okay. Okay. We'll be having view a component which is like similar to a div, a container tag in web development. Okay, and we'll be having text. Unknown caller. We'll be having text which is similar to P tag, H1 tag in HTML. Okay, we'll be having text as a native component or tag, we can say tag similar to P tag, come on, H1 tag, sorry, P tag and H1 tag, yes. And also we'll be having many other native components, scroll view, touchable opacity. Like for touchable opacity is a component used for elements like buttons. Okay. Similarly, like on click function, we'll be having click events also, scroll events also, everything. Normally a mobile applications is something. So to create a mobile application, we will be having mainly three steps. The first step is add layout, and we can add layout for a mobile application using Flexbox layout. Okay, adding a layout. So how do you add a layout for your mobile applications? What is a layout? What is a layout? Normally, while creating anything, we'll be having three things. We have to structure or we have to lay out the things. We have to style and we have to make it work. We have to make it functionally work. So building every application needs a layout. So for mobile application, we use native components, as I've told you, like view and text, and also we'll be using Flexbox concept. Okay, Flexbox is something nothing but it's a concept in which it is useful to create layout. Okay, we'll discuss this later. So, normally this is a demo session. We cannot go through every details very detailedly. So that is the reason I'll be telling you the overview, what are we going to learn and how this is working and everything. Fine. So we'll be having some CSS properties. The CSS properties will be same for web development for both in case of web and mobile, but how you write the CSS will be different. Okay, as I've told you, for creating a mobile applications, we need 3 steps. The first step is adding a layout. So normally every mobile application has a layout, like layout in the sense structure of your app. So for example, I'll be having you know, a container here or a space here or some div like a structure here. Inside that, I'll be having some buttons. Inside that, I'll have some buttons. I'll be having a footer here. I'll be having some nav like component like here. So this is the layout. Deciding where the element should be, deciding how what the color should be, deciding the position of the element, deciding the structure of element. All these comes under adding a layout to your mobile application. And the second thing is adding styling to your layout. Adding styling to your layout. Adding a layout, adding styling to your layout. Okay. So we use CSS, cascading style sheets, to add styling for our layout. We can create beautiful components or beautiful layout using this CSS, right? How do we do that? So we can increase height, decrease height, we can add border, we can decrease the sharp edges, we can make it round edges, color, position, animations, everything, whatever you see on mobile applications is possible using CSS. Static part of your mobile applications, the things which you see on mobile application is using CSS and using flexbox layout concepts or all other native components which we have created. The third thing is adding functionality. So normally in your mobile application, when you perform an operation, when you click or when you scroll or when you open your application, the application responds back. If you click on a button, it responds back. It tells you something. So we have to write a code such a way that your application is responding back. So we'll create some functions. So whenever you create or whenever you click on this button, we'll run this separate function, right? So whenever we click on this button, we'll call a separate function. In that function, we'll be having some code, some program to execute, some lines of instructions to execute. Okay. So function is also nothing but wrapping the set of instructions in which we can reuse them multiple times. Okay. We will be having some set of instructions in which we have to call multiple times or use multiple times. In such case, we'll wrap those instructions inside a function block in which we can call it multiple times instead of writing those instructions again and again. It's okay. Functions is a very deep dive concepts. Okay. We'll eventually learn when we get into this course. We will learn from scratch. We'll learn from zero. You don't have to have any previous programming language. You just have to have time, interest, and this thing potential to learn the new thing. Okay. So I'll be teaching you from scratch. I'll be teaching you Java to start with JavaScript. I'll be teaching you what is React. I'll be teaching you React concepts useful for React Native. We'll be creating a project also. We'll be creating one application in which you can showcase in your resume and everything. Okay, fine. So the third step is adding functionality. Adding functionality would be your third step. Adding events, adding, fetching data from the server, showing data, showing dynamic data, showing data according to the user preference, you know and all these things we'll be doing in the point 3. Cool. Till here, have you guys have any doubts? Till here, have you guys have any doubts? I'm leading this session in English because we have some people who are not comfortable or who don't understand Telugu language. If you are guys looking for a pure Telugu demo, there is a recorded session of the same React Native demo. I have done the teaching in that session also. You can check that in the YouTube or WhatsApp channel. So this is for the people who are not comfortable or who don't understand Telugu. I'm going in the English flow. Okay. So have you guys have any doubts till here? I would like to respond. You guys to respond over chat or switching on your mic. Great. Shivaram, Krishna, Mahesh, Mahesh. Okay, let's assume everybody have got the idea what is React or React Native and everything. Great. So how long does it take to learn React Native? That would be your next question, right? So this is the overview. Till now, what I have told, let me come to the top of the class. We'll answer all these 3 questions. What is React Native? React Native is a library useful for creating mobile applications for both Android and iOS. Simple. React Native is a library. Library in the sense pre-written code, pre-written functions, pre-written classes in which some developers have already written. We are using them to make, writing code easy, to develop the application easy. We are using them. Simple. And why we have to use React Native? Because in React Native, we have this option for both iOS and Android. You can write only one code for both iOS and Android softwares. Okay. You don't have to write multiple codes. You can differentiate both iOS and Android with native components, but it is very easy to adapt, changing between iOS and Android components. So React Native is a very good library if you're looking to create for both Android and iOS. We also have Flutter. Flutter is also a library for creating mobile applications. But React Native is, very much easy to learn, both iOS and Android. We have many more advantages for React Native. And market is also very high on React Native compared to the Flutter. So when we have to use React Native, if you're looking to create a mobile application for both Android and iOS, then you can use React Native. And there is also the most advantage thing here is if you learn React or React Native, you can easily shift from web to native, web to mobile, or mobile to web, because the concept is same. Concept is same. How you write code is different. If you learn React, you can easily shift to React Native. If you learn React Native, you can easily shift to React, which is useful to create web applications, web pages like Amazon, Swiggy, and everything. Okay, it's a very user-friendly language. You can learn easily. JavaScript is a high-level language. Easy to understand, easy to write, and very much easy to learn, actually, JavaScript. Okay, so these are the three questions which we have answered at the end of our session. Why, what, and when. Do you guys have any doubts? Yes. I'll also explain concepts of JavaScript. We have many concepts. I'll be explaining from zero. We have basic concepts of JavaScript, like how the compiler works in JavaScript, how we declare variables, if statements, conditional statements, loops, functions in JavaScript, objects in JavaScript, classes in JavaScript, spread operator, all other concepts, whatever we have in JavaScript. I'll explain everything. Mainly, we'll concentrate more and deeply on React useful classes. When the classes? When the classes will start? Yeah, Shivaram Krishna, the classes will start immediately, like from tomorrow or day after tomorrow. Probably in 2 days, we will be starting the batch. Okay. Can you explain the concept of Tom and async and await? Also, sir. You want me to explain now? Siddhartha, you want me to explain concept of DOM and async and await now? Or you want in classes? What do you expect? So we will be going through async and await. JavaScript async and await comes under in classes. Okay. So async and await is a concept in which it is useful to create for asynchronous programming. Now, in writing a code, we'll be having two types of programming styles: synchronous and asynchronous. Synchronous means you're executing your code line by line. Asynchronous in the sense you are executing your code parallelly. You're running two things. You're asking your code, go and fetch data from the server. By the time I'll execute some other thing. So you're doing two things at the same time. That is called asynchronous programming. Obviously, we will be learning that those things in JavaScript. DOM concepts, as we are not using web pages, will not be covering DOM. But it's okay if you're looking for both web and native. I'll be explain what is DOM also in one class. But we'll concentrate more on React Native components, view, image, all other things, text component. We have different components when compared for web pages. Okay. Any other questions? Any other questions? You will be getting detailed syllabus in the group. I'll ask the meeting host to post the detailed syllabus, and this would be around maximum 2 months of time period to complete. And also, I'll make sure that you will have at least 2 years of experience knowledge. Because see, if you spend daily 4 hours, just 4 hours, you just come and attend my session, 1.5 hour session. After that, you just practice it for 3 hours, totally 4.5 hours. If you daily practice it for 3.5 hours, I'm damn sure you'll get this React Native. You can create the mobile applications. It's a very easy concept. You just have to spend time and interest. That's it. Okay. Just 4 hours or 4.5 hours a day, you can easily crack this React Native and you can become React Native developers. And you can also have this opportunity to shift to web development also. If you learn React concepts, you can shift to mobile and you can shift to web development also. You have both opportunities. Yeah, You have many opportunities to go, many opportunities to apply jobs. Okay. So this is the demo. Okay, for the people who have joined late, you can check the recording of this particular demo. Because Kushal is the one who have joined late. It's okay, Kushal. You can check the recording. So, any other doubts you guys are facing?
Yes, sir. I was a bit late just because of the network issue.
Okay, Kushal. Okay, no worries, Kushal. You can check the recording. It will be uploaded immediately after this class. You can go and check in the group. Okay,
Yes.
great. So any other doubts, Siddhartha, Sudha, Shivaram Krishna? You can freely ask your doubt. We do have still 5 minutes. Freely, any doubt, any. It doesn't matter if it is a small or it is a silly or it is related to this thing or not. You can ask any doubt. Not related to topic also, it's fine. SDS is mandatory for interviews. Sir. Mandatory, I would say yes. See, Siddhartha, in the concepts which we are learning in JavaScript, we have 1 week particularly dedicated for DSA concepts using JavaScript. So normally I've decided to, take this JavaScript for 1 month. So I'll be teaching you JavaScript for 1 month, 4 weeks. In that 1 week, I've particularly gave for DSA. We'll be learning the DSA concepts, concepts which are required for interview. Not all concepts because we don't have that much time. We'll be learning DSA concepts which are required for interview in that particular week. Okay. For front-end developer, just learning HTML and HTML, CS. No, no, Shivaram Krishna. It is not enough. HTML, CSS, and JavaScript has to be there, and also you have to learn React or any other library similar to React. See, we have many other libraries. Facebook has created this library called React, which is very popular. Can you share the WhatsApp group link? Okay, just give me a second. So, Shivaram Krishna, we have many other libraries also. It's not only React. So we have many other libraries. We have Angular and we have many other things. So you have to learn one JavaScript library. Okay. I'll share you the. Any more doubts?
Sir, I'm not currently in this group, so can you add me there?
Kushal, I'll share you the link, Kushal, just a second.
Okay, sir.
Just give me a second. Actually, it's a community. Okay, only admins can add people into the group. I'll ask the host to add you guys. Okay, can you just add your numbers in this chat? I'll note down those numbers and we'll be adding you in the inside the WhatsApp group. Okay, just send me your numbers. Great. So you will be added into the WhatsApp group. No worries. Okay. Great. Any other doubts? Great. I hope there are no doubts here. So you will be checking out all the syllabus and everything. Fees details you can contact to the host. Okay, you'll be having a host number, and after you guys have added into the WhatsApp group, you can ask their fee related details and everything. Okay, I'll be your tutor, and I'll be follow this thing. One thing every day we'll be having 1.5 hour class. 1 hour I'll be teaching you the concepts, and the next 30 minutes we'll be practically implementing those concepts because this is not some theory subject, right? So we have to have the practical knowledge and practical practices also. So 1 hour I'll be teaching the class, and the next 30 minutes we'll be doing practically using our laptops, whatever we have learned inside the class. Okay, so daily 1.5 hour class will be there, and it will be in morning session. It will be either 8:30 or 9. Okay, great. I hope there are no more doubts. I'll be ending the session. Thank you guys. Thank you for attending. Thank you for giving your time. So can you clarify the configuration of the laptop? Kushal, as we are learning React Native, we'll be having mobile emulator. So i5 would be preferable. i5 or greater than i5 processor, Intel processor would be preferable. It is okay. i5 and otherwise i7, whatever. Okay. Minimum it has to be i5. Okay. Okay, guys. Have a nice day. Bye.